Okay? At just the right time. But that also is talking about at just the right time. When you were helpless, when you recognized your helplessness, there was an answer. Amen. Because there's nothing as terrifying as feeling helpless. And when you come to the point of helplessness, suddenly you realize there's someone else that can help me. When we were still powerless, Christ died for the ungodly. Now, if you have a newer translation like a New Living or something, it may say there Christ died for sinners. That's a horrible mistranslation. I mean, it's not bad, it's alright, but it doesn't catch the essence. Even ungodly really doesn't catch the essence of what that word is. Because basically what that word means is that it's not merely irreligious, but it's acting contrary of God. It's like someone who's in absolute defiance of God. It's saying, while we were still powerless, Christ died for someone who'd walk into Meridian and set off a suicide bomb. Okay? This isn't just someone who like, I hate the government, I'm going to burn a flag. This is someone like, I hate the government, I'm going to blow myself up because of it. This is someone that I'm going to work against you. Christ says, look, I come and I die. And at this point, you should feel really good, right? Because you're like, that's not me, look, I'm in church. I'm not the anti-God people. But notice that Paul wraps himself into that whole phrase. It could be translated, while we, or Christ died for us ungodly people. He wraps himself up into that. Which most of us don't really want to embrace the fact that we're against God, or have been against God. Because we spend most of our life trying to feel pretty good about ourselves, and to say, yeah, I'm kind of against God is like saying I'm against Chevrolet, apple pie, America, the flag, whatever. I'm personally against Chevrolet. I'm more of a Ford guy, but that's beside the point. Even though I drive a GMC, but it's saying I'm against everything that we hold dear. We try to wrap ourselves around this I'm a good person thing. But Paul is saying, look, I am messed up. In Philippians 3, verse 4, he goes on this whole tangent that he says, though I could have confidence in my own effort, if anyone could. Indeed, if others have reason for confidence in their own efforts, I have even more. And he starts going through this list. I was circumcised when I was 8 years old. That was a big deal when we were a Jew. I was a purebred citizen of Israel, a member of the tribe of Benjamin, a real Hebrew if there ever was one. I was a member of the Pharisees who demand the strictest obedience to the Jewish law. I was so zealous that I harshly persecuted the church, and as for righteousness, I obeyed the law without fault. I'm perfect, and yet he wraps himself up in this thing saying, I'm a disgusting anti-God dude. And if he can, perhaps you and I probably fall in that same place. Why? Either one, we're just sinners and haven't repented. What does that mean? It means you are against God. You're like, I'm going to do my own thing, my own way. Forget anybody else. Okay? Forget God. On the other hand, some of us walk around, because we were raised in the church, and this is me, walk around going, I'm really good. I'm a pretty good dude. Look unto me, for I have it together. Newsflash number one, you don't, and everyone else can tell. Newsflash number two, I think you're worse than the other people. And again, I'm coming from that area as a recovering, super holy dude. I'm telling you, you're worse than those people who are the pagan, anti-God, druggies, murderers, robbers, thieves. Why? Because you take the name of God, wrap it around yourself, and they're a complete butt to everyone else. Welcome to the experience where we say butt and worse thing from that. Church people can be the worst. If your spirituality is based like that, it's toxic if it's based on yourself. How do you know if it's based on yourself? If you're worried about what you do and don't do, and are looking at other people to see what they're doing and what they're not doing, your spirituality is based on yourself.